Hi there, do you work with older clients? How about clients that have challenges with balance and or challenges walking and or running? Do you know the one key component to helping them improve balance, walking and or running? Playing rotational sports? It actually is rotation. So many of our clients have lost rotation, maybe shoulder rotation, neck rotation, spine rotation, and or hip rotation, even optimal rotation around their knee, as well as their foot. Even though the foot doesn't technically rotate, it actually rotates through different axes of motion. I've recently seen two clients. Generally, I work with the older adult population, and I saw an 85-year-old woman, and she's literally on only one medication, never had a major injury or surgery in her life. I saw another woman yesterday, 76 years of age, same thing, never had a major injury or surgery in her life. And both of them, they had incredible balance, and they had incredible amounts of rotation, both through their hips, maybe a little bit of spinal stiffness, but generally speaking, they had great rotation. So if you work with older population, we know that a lot of our older clients lose rotation. A lot of our younger clients, a lot of us lose rotation in our hips and or our spine. One of the things that we want to do with our clients is help them improve rotation. And that's our brand new topic here of Two Anatomy Geeks coming up in, I believe, 2 Saturdays, maybe 3 Saturdays, coming up in March. So we're going to talk about the components needed for rotation. And rotation, basically all our joints rotate. They just rotate around different axes of motion. Mostly we think about rotation going through the spine and or the hips. And essentially, if you think about, you can actually see that line in the corner there going through the center of my head. If we think about an axis going down through the top of our head through our spine should relatively rotate on an axis, on an imaginary vertical axis. Our shoulder joint, depending on which plane of motion, should rotate around an axis of rotation. So again, we spin around a central rotation, or I should say axis of rotation. Our hips, same thing. The pelvis should rotate around or over and around the femoral head, or the femoral head should rotate around the acetabulum. So again, there's all these imaginary axes going through our joints. And the best way to think about this is the axle on your car tire. The tire spins around the axle of the car. The more aligned the tire is, the better the rotation is, the longer your tires last. We can think about our joints the same way. The more optimally aligned our joints are, and again, there's a relative point of alignment for all our joints, but essentially if you think about joints, if you think about a ball and socket, relatively speaking, again, it's all relative because again, the ball and socket never stay exactly centered, but if we think about it, let me grab it, actually, I got something right here. Got my pelvis here, here's your acetabulum, here's the femoral head. The femoral head should stay relatively centered inside the acetabulum. Yes, it may move up or down or forward or back, but relatively most of our life, it should stay somewhere centered around or aligned central to that acetabulum, and then the pelvis either rotates, moves through the different planes of motion around that sort of centered, aligned and controlled position, and or the femoral head should move, relatively speaking, around being centered in the socket. It's when we start to change this alignment, when we start to jam the femoral head either medially or compress it anteriorly, and you can do this with me right now. So stand up, put your hands on your pelvis. You can't see my pelvis, but just stand up, put your feet together, put your hands around your pelvis. Squeeze your glutes both sides. So just squeeze and tighten your glutes. For many of us in the fitness industry, we're already pretty tightly squeezed back there because we've trained ourselves to do that. Now try to rotate your pelvis side to side. What happens? You've lost rotation, a lot of rotation. Now shake that out. Just kind of shake your booty out. Now keep your hips relaxed, your glutes relaxed, and now rotate. You just improved your hip rotation. For a lot of our clients, especially our older clients, they've been gripping for so long because of the loss of balance, because of fear of falling, because of injuries, surgeries, and traumas, and compensation and tightening around to control the joint. They'll start to lose rotation just because of how they're using their muscles. And a lot of us, we train our clients, squeeze, tighten. And again, there's an appropriate time and place for that, but too often we don't teach our clients how to relax and actually get optimal movement. So one of the keys I've given you several keys. First key is achieve optimal alignment to the best of your possibility, or the best possibility you have with your clients. Because again, some of your older clients, they have degenerative changes of their joints. They may have tight joint capsules, stiff joint capsules because of lack of movement for a long period of time. They may have bone spurs and or degenerative changes of the cartilage surfaces, so now it's not exactly aligned. They may have compensation, so you do the best you can to achieve proper alignment through myofascial release, through joint mobilization, through different techniques that you already are using with success. And then you teach your client how to relax their muscles so they can actually achieve proper motion. Then you train them with repetition to build up endurance of being able to rotate around their hips, their spine, and or their shoulder, wherever they need it. And then you put resistance and or speed and or challenge it through dynamic ranges of motion to reinforce that alignment. Always going back to check rotation, because one of the biggest things you'll see is you see your clients lose rotation. Loss of rotation is one of the first ranges of motion that are lost when our clients develop compensatory patterns, whether it be because of pain, whether it be because of injury or muscle inhibition, or just compensations for different things that happen to them in their life. So check rotation, teach them how to release around that joint or those joints, teach them how to align and control, teach them how to move without gripping using less effort, then teach them how to do that with more resistance and or speed and or more dynamic control, and you're going to help a lot of your clients achieve and maintain better balance, better walking, better running, better rotation for their sports. And again, I see my buddy, the Tai Chi guy, is on. Again, Tai Chi is really all about rotation. It's just teaching yourself how to align, control, and rotate. So Tai Chi uses a lot of these same principles as well. So if you're looking for more information, check out. The link should be in our bio by this time. Two Anatomy Geeks coming up in March. We're doing a 2-hour episode on trunk, spine, and hip rotation. We'll talk about rotation. We'll talk about how to train, assess, and train rotation. We'll teach you how to increase the demands for your clients that want to play sports, that want to run, that want to work at a higher level. So we look forward to seeing you, Two Anatomy Geeks, and we look forward to seeing you next time on Integrative Movement Insider. This is Dr. Evan Osar. Continue to be that leader that your current clients need and your potential clients are looking for. Make it a great day. We'll see you next time here on Integrative Movement Insider. Take care. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.